Hello again, chaps and chapettes. How are we all doing? It is lovely to see you all again, as always. I thought we'd have a brief rundown today, guys, as to what's been going on during the murder trial of this Axel Rudy Gabbana. You know, this butter wouldn't melt Welsh choir boy, the totally innocent schoolboy, and the all-round generally nice person who also happened to be a Doctor Who fan. You know, someone very relatable. This fake, horrible, nasty portrayal that the media has been trying to push on us ever since that day in Southport last year. Trying to paint this monster as some kind of innocent young man who is the child of immigrants who moved to Wales or is born in Wales or some other bullshit, even after what he did to those 3 little girls in Southport. That doesn't matter to the media. He is a person of ethnic minority who should be portrayed to be as such, you know, complete sweetness and light and all the rest of it. I just wanted to go over what's been going on in the courtroom today, guys. It has been quite farcical, it has been quite eventful, and to be quite honest with you, it's been quite disgusting as well. So yeah, let's have a look what's been going on. Southport attacker Axel Rudy Gabbana said, "I am glad they're dead." Now, even in his first sentence, I've got to pick this up, guys. Really annoys me, gets on my tits to have to navigate so many obstacles when doing these videos, guys, particularly on subjects like this. I cannot say what is on my chest. I really want to get it off, but I can't. You have to walk on eggshells and navigate so many spike traps and God knows what, simply to please the YouTube algorithm. It's so fucking annoying. When you have people such as this who put an end to 3 innocent children and then have the gall and audacity to stand up in a courtroom which contains the victims' families, by the way, of the 3 girls who were sadly killed, and say, "I'm glad they're dead," just goes to show the absolute disdain and carefree attitude that some people have for me, you, and every other Indigenous person in this country. People have been here for generations, sometimes hundreds of years. Some people have never left this country, their entire lives, their entire generations. These certain subsections of people simply do not care about your well-being or your lives. Now, this is a hill I am willing to die on, guys. I really do not give a shit. I don't care if this monster was born here. He should not be in this country. It doesn't make him English, it doesn't make him British, at least in my mind. I was born in a hospital. It doesn't automatically make me a fucking doctor, does it? He should be extradited and extradited post-haste to his ancestral homeland, where his parents came from and the rest of his family come from, which to the best of my knowledge is actually Rwanda, which I find highly ironic. If there's one person in this country who should be extradited to Rwanda right now, this very same day, it's this fucking animal, if you ask me. Again, I don't care if he was born here. You can throw that at me until the cows come home. If you can't trace your lineage back at least 2 or 3 generations, you should be able to be extradited and deported regardless as to whether you were born in here. Because so many fucking animals and so many fucking monsters slip through the net simply because they were born here. If I was born in China, or if I was born in Pakistan, or if I was born in Australia, I wouldn't class myself as Chinese or Pakistani or Australian. I would stick to my roots like most of these people do deep in their heads, and I would still be English. Again, that's a hill I'm willing to die on. Throw it all at me all you want. Oh, it's the rules, it's the laws. I don't give a shit. In my mind, this animal should be out. "I'm glad they're dead, as he was held in custody this week after killing 3 girls in a knife attack at Southport dance class, Liverpool Crown Court has heard." Rudy Cabana, 18, entered an unexpected plea on Monday for the murders of BB King, 6, Elsie Stancombe, 7, and Alice De Silva Aguirre, 9. He has been told a life sentence is inevitable, though he will not face a rare whole life order as he was 17 at the time of the attacks. Now, this specific law, this specific rule, if we had a House of Commons that was full of competent MPs, would amend this law. They can do. They could do that inside of 24 hours. They could amend this law simply so we can hand the highest sentence possible to this animal. I wouldn't bother personally. Like I said just before, I would extradite his backside to wherever the hell his family came from and let them deal with him. I don't understand why the British taxpayer, you, me and millions of others, have to pay to house this man and keep him in food and warm clothing and a nice warm cell, probably a PlayStation and a TV and everything else in it, and a mobile phone and probably access to porn and God knows what else, for years on end. I just cannot understand it. But getting back to the point at hand, yeah, that specific rule that's stopping him getting a rare whole life order because he was 17 at the time could easily be amended again if we actually had, competent MPs. As he stood in the dock, he shouted repeatedly, "I need to speak to a paramedic. I feel ill." That is beside the point. The healthcare in this country should not be a God-given right, particularly to people like this who go around murdering children. It shouldn't be a God-given right. It should be a privilege that should be taken away from monsters such as this. He's feeling ill. So, you're going to be sentenced. You're going to sit in that dock and you are going to stay there until we hear the evidence, until we hear your plea, and until I can sentence you to the highest possible sentence I can possibly give your ass. You can collapse, you can faint, you can have a fit, you can do whatever you want, but you are staying in that dock until we are concluded. You will do as you are told. You have committed a heinous crime. End of story. Don't try and wiggle out of it and try and pull out a heartstrings. Oh, I feel ill. Oh, I've got chest pains. Oh, I'm not this. Oh, I've got that. Tough shit. Sit in that dock and behave yourself. It's not a God-given right. Again, the NHS in this country. He's probably never paid a penny tax on national insurance in his entire life. Shouldn't be. It shouldn't be an expectation that paramedics should rush to this bastard's aid, wouldn't you say? Again, navigating, pre-thinking, it's annoying, guys. It really is. But there we go. The court heard Rudy Pagana has not eaten for a number of days, and that's his own choice. If anything, he should be given the bare minimum of food and water because of the crimes he's committed yet again. He's probably been offered bangers and mash, steak and ale pie, lovely, nice English hot dinners, probably even maybe a tikka masala. Who knows? And if he's refusing to eat them, that's his own fucking tough luck. He should be given a piece of crusty bread and maybe a pint of water per day. That's enough for a human to live on, at least for the foreseeable future. After continuing to shout, the judge ordered Rudy Pagana to leave the court while the hearing continued. This is a live thing, guys. I've lost what else I was going to say to you, so yeah, I'll just have to end it there. So yeah, basically, guys, just to recap, I don't care, once again, if he was born here, get his ass out of this country. He'll probably get a 20-year sentence. He's, what is he now, 18? He'll be, in his 40s probably when he gets out. He'll still have that disdain. He'll still have the disrespect. He'll still have that carefree attitude towards our lives. And no doubt, he'll do something like this again whenever he's released. Extradite his ass to Rwanda, let them deal with him, human rights, all that shit, gone. You committed this crime, you cannot live under the democracy and the freedom that our country enables you to have. It's as simple as that. And as for screaming out he needs medical care in court, and I couldn't give one solitary shit. And not eating, fine. If need be, simply to keep him alive and to make him see out his life order or whatever's going to happen to him, stick him on an IV drip, get some minerals into him and some, some fluids into him, whatever, just to keep him alive long enough to see out his sentence, or until he does something unspeakable to himself. We can only hope, I suppose. Anyway, guys, enough waffle. I thought I'd give you what's been going on in the courtroom, the absolute farce of all this, and to give you my opinions and my disgust, really, as to what's been going on. So, yeah, there we have it. Let me know what you think in comments, guys. Thanks a lot for watching, as always. And I'll see you in a bit. Cheers.